No. 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 Stop it. No. No. Just stop. Hey guys, what's up? It's Liz, and today I will be doing a collaboration with my friend Christian here on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, he was part of my podcast / live stream that I have with Blake, Two Awkward People Talking About Music. If you want to check out the episode, I will leave the link down in the description box down below for you to look at after this video. Today we'll be talking about most anticipated records of 2017. We each picked 5 that we're going to talk about, and I'm excited. And on his channel, we're talking about artists that we wish would release albums next year, which was really hard because I felt like a lot of artists released music this year, and it's just, I think I need some new music from certain artists, and they probably know who they are. But yeah, if you want to check out his video, you can head on over there after you watch this. The link will always be in the description box down below, but let's get into it.
Hey everyone, my name is Christian. Thanks so much to Liz for having me on her channel today, and my first pick is the new record from Creeper titled Eternity in Your Arms. Creeper are the most exciting band in my book to come out in a long time, probably since My Chem first came out, when everybody exploded over this great band. I feel like Creeper's going to do that same thing, and they haven't even released a full-length record yet. The 3 EPs that Creeper have released so far have all been absolutely incredible, not a weak moment on any single one of them, and they've only gotten better and better as they've released more, and their sound is really cool. They have a lot of unique influences, like even going into musical theatre at points, and then they also have a lot of nostalgic qualities of bands like My Chem and AFI, which is really cool. The blend really makes them stand out as a really unique band, and a band that are really special for this time. They sound old school while still sounding new. They have so many brilliant songs already from those 3 EPs. I can't wait to hear what a full-length record sounds like. I know they're putting one of their old songs on the record called Misery, which is an absolutely brilliant song, and one that they should absolutely have on their first record, because it's truly one of the songs of 2016 and one that really hits you emotionally. But I feel like this band is finally starting to get some of the recognition that they deserve from both the rock media and the general public.
So the first one for me is Paris, and I loved White Noise. I am a die-hard White Noise fan. I love their old music too. I am just ready for some new music from them. White Noise was the album that kind of blew this band up in a way. They opened for Fall Out Boy this year. They've just done so much. This band has gained a huge fan base this year, and they did release White Noise Deluxe Edition with 2 extra songs, or maybe 3, like in a stripped down version. They did You and I and Empty, and I think it was a You and I stripped down version is what they did. But I'm ready for a full album from them. Like, it needs to happen. I don't know if I want it to sound exactly like White Noise. I feel like their sound might change a little bit. It might mature a little bit more. I do love their sound. Like, I hope nothing really drastically changes, but you know, whatever happens, happens, and I'm just really excited to hear some new music from them.
My next choice is the new record coming from AFI called AFI, The Blood Album. AFI are one of my favourite bands of all time, and for me, I don't think they've ever put out a record that's been subpar. Maybe that's just because I'm biased for AFI, because I just love them so much. But really, truly, I definitely believe that they've never put out a bad record. Their last record, Burials, was a step back into the right direction, going more punky at times, making it a bit more emotion-driven, gritty, angry. I really liked the tone of the record. And with a song like 17 Crimes on that record, which is, for my money, the best AFI song in a long time, you can't really go wrong. So far, the singles that they've released for this record haven't really grabbed me and pulled me in, but I do have faith that they'll release a really good record. I think the only thing that I didn't like about the new songs, and the thing that put me off a little bit, was the production. I'm hoping that the rest of the record sounds a bit better, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the original track so far. And I also don't know what to expect from this record, and that's something that I love. I never like going into a record thinking I know exactly how it's going to sound. I like when I go in and I have no idea what's going to come out of the speakers, and I feel like that's something we're going to get from this record.
Second for me is Echo Smith, and Sydney tweeted a few weeks ago that their album will be released in the beginning of 2017, and I am so excited for this. I love Talking Dreams. I know the older brother did leave the band to like be home with family and the baby that him and his wife just had, which is really weird. I don't know why, I can't really imagine him having a kid. It's just, it all happened so fast. Like, did anyone else feel like that if you follow Echo Smith? And I did hear the preview that they had with Sydney's clothing collection that she released through Hollister, I believe. I did hear that, and that really made me super excited for the new album. I can't wait till they like release everything, like all the information and even the album. So yeah, I'm really excited.
My next choice is the upcoming record from You Meet Six titled Night People. You Meet Six for me are one of the most consistent bands on the planet. They always get better and better as each record goes on, and I've loved every record, even their first one, Take Off Your Colours. It's nothing compared to their last record, Cavalier Youth, but it's still great, and they've just consistently gotten better over time. Their last record, Cavalier Youth, was a really special record for me and really connected deeply with me emotionally. The feel to that record was something that was really hard to describe. It was a lot more laid back than some of their earlier works at times, but also had that punch that You Meet Six are known for, and I was so excited when I heard they were putting out a new record. The first two songs released from this record haven't hit me as much as any of the first singles that they've released before. However, I still do have faith that they're going to put out a really great record. One thing I think I can tell from the songs they've released so far is that this is going to be a very different record for You Meet Six tonally and maybe even sonically. And here's to hoping that's a good thing, because I love this band and I'd hate to see them put out something that I didn't enjoy.
Next for me is Paramore, and I know that they finished recording their album this year, I believe, or that I know that they were in the studio recording new music. And I believe that they did finish, I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But I am very ready for some new music from them. I loved their self-titled album, the one that they last released, and I know a lot of people were iffy about it because it was a little bit more pop than they're used to, but you know, sometimes change is always good. And I felt like with Paramore, this was a good change. Like, they still had some tracks that were very pop punk, and that they were very like kind of old Paramore, not from what I felt like. Do I want it to sound like their last album? You know, I wouldn't mind. It's nice to kind of have like a little change once in a while, but I'm very ready for some new Paramore.
Up next, I have the upcoming record from John Mayer titled The Search for Everything. John is an artist who is incredibly consistent. He's never put out a record that I hated. He's put out like 1 or 2 records that I thought were okay, but generally he puts out incredible records, and the ones that have hit with me the most have been Continuum and Born and Raised. Those 2 records, particularly for me, are so emotionally and musically diverse. I really feel like John gets categorized really unfairly as just another pop artist, which he absolutely isn't. The one misstep that John has taken was his last record, Paradise Valley, which was a lot more of a blues-driven record, and I love his blues work, but this felt a bit more towards the slow blues side of blues, and also had a bit of country in there. Didn't really hit me like his past work. However, I feel like this new record is really going to put him back on track. The first single came out a couple of weeks ago called Love on the Weekend. You would have seen me talk about it in multiple videos. I even covered it. It's a brilliant, brilliant song, bringing back some of those pop elements that were missing from Paradise Valley, and also keeping that real cool John Mayer sound from maybe his earlier works like on Room for Squares. That song just really connected with me very deeply, emotionally and lyrically. It came out at the perfect time for me. I was going through some things, but it's a brilliant, brilliant song. John's also posted a few clips from the studio of him playing some solos for the record. He just posted on Instagram a clip of another song, and it just sounds incredible.
The next one for me is the Maine, and they recently said that they finished recording their entire album and that it's going into like production to like mix everything together, and I am so excited. I'm seeing them at the 8123 Fest. If anyone's going, look for me there. I'm gonna be like the idiot jumping around like a lunatic. Their last album, American Candy, was an amazing album. I don't think anything can top American Candy, but John said that this album took the most out of him, like emotionally. I'm excited to hear what this band is bringing for this album. He said, or whoever wrote that said, that this is probably their best album yet, which I'm very excited because I'm holding you to that. My expectations are gonna be very high for this album, but I'm just very excited for some new The Maine music, and I know a lot of people are too.
And finally for me is the new record coming out from Our Last Night. Our Last Night haven't officially announced this record, but I know it's coming. I know that they're recording it right now. They haven't announced a title, but they did release a new single called Common Ground, which I really enjoyed. Our Last Night are a band for me who, while I'll admit that they are quite generic, for some reason they just really connect with me. The songwriting for me uses a lot of typical and formulaic structures, but they do it in a unique way that I've never really heard people do before. Their last 2 releases, Oak Island and Younger Dreams, have been absolutely incredible. I've loved both of those releases, and the band are truly at their peak. Their music has always had an emotional core, and as you can tell from all the picks that I've had, I love emotional music. Vocally, the band have only gotten better and better, and I hope on this new record they stick to the heavy qualities of their music that made them so great and don't go too far into that arena sound. Anyway, those are all my picks. Thanks to Liz for having me on her channel once again. Come over to my channel. We've got another video with us counting down our albums we're hoping for next year. So yeah, go do that. I'll see you next time.
And next, from what I heard, the Broadside will be releasing an album this year. And they should be, which it's been like 2 years almost. It's been like a year and a half since Old Bones, which was an amazing album. Such a great album. I found the Broadside from their Coffee Talk music video. I know Alex mentioned them to me a lot, and he talks a lot about them in their videos too. But I'm just very excited for some new music from them. I saw them on Warped Tour this past summer, and they're amazing, and I really would love to see a full set. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with this next album, you know, just kind of with the sound and how, if it's gonna be any different or drastically different than their last one. So I'm excited for that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on the video and what you'd like to see next. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I put videos out 1 to 3 times a week, and you can follow me on any of my social media sites at Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or Snapchat at Sebastian. It's the same way spelled on every single account. I hope you guys have a great day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm at an all time.